Alright, you know the drill. I'm answering questions instead of showing daily activities because I can't really show what I'm working on at the moment, but the time is coming very soon where you're going to get a bit of a surprise and there's going to be some exciting stuff happening and revealed very soon. So just hold your horses. In the meantime, I can't really show daily activities in the vlog because big exciting stuff that I'm working on. So I'm just going to answer a question, this time by John Ingolm, who says, Jazza, as funny and light-hearted as you are, you always seem to have a plan. You're always a few steps ahead. Sorry. And in the case of this video, have a plan for projects months in advance. What is your planning and idea process like? That's a very cool question. And I can answer that in the small sense, in terms of like just video ideas and projects, and then in the larger sense in terms of big things, like you're going to find out about soon. Small things and big things tend to work in a similar way, but they just sort of have a different sort of level of execution steps, so to speak. Essentially, it all comes from the bud of an idea. And usually it just comes from a moment's thought, or you see something and you think, oh, what if I did a version of that? Or like, let's say, for example, I browse through Reddit a lot, and every now and then I'll see someone's artwork that looks really unique and different, and then it'll trigger an idea either in that medium or with a theme or something, just like it'll be something that triggers an idea either based around that thematically or in the media, like I've mentioned, that I'll note down. And I have a document on my phone that I pull out my phone and I just write it as a dot point. That is essentially my idea seeds list, and there's hundreds of things on there. Magic Pad was one of them, for example, the video on my main channel where I just saw the advertisement on the TV and I just laughed at it, and I thought, I'd love to like make a reaction to the actual Magic Pad. So I just wrote that down. It was a few months later when I was, you browse through the list and you think, oh, I should do that. And then I ordered the Magic Pad. Then a couple of weeks after that, it arrived and thought, hey, I will make a video around that now. So I didn't actually put it in my calendar when I first thought of the idea. It sort of becomes more real over time. And I think that's the most similar thing between all of my ideas coming to reality, whether they be small or big, is that they start off with just like a spark or an idea and they organically grow. There's actually a project coming up that I'm going to be working on in full swing very soon. It's actually a product in collaboration with another company I can't give away too much, but it's, let's say, a compilation of some of my favorite creative things and art things and stuff. And that came from me seeing their service that they provide and thinking, that's really cool. I don't know how I'd use that personally, but if I had a version of that, it would be like X. And that was just the spark of the idea. And I messaged them over a year and a half ago. And it was just, then it became a little more real, but it wasn't moving much. And then over that year, over just a couple of emails, things sort of solidified, and the idea of what we could do together solidified. There was nothing like concrete. And then all of a sudden in the last couple of months, we've done some calls, we've organized the contract. So we have a formal agreement, we've built plans, and I've done some designs with them, and we had some samples of this and that. And all of a sudden it becomes realer and realer. That's not, they're not words, but you know what I mean? It becomes gradually more real until up until soon, it will become a real thing. And I'll share that with you when it's close to being able to share more about that. And that's not even the secret project. It'll be revealing to you guys soon. And that's another example of something that's based on a seed that has grown over a long time to become something very real. And that's going to be a huge deal. So big things and little things. What's that song? From little things, big things grow. That's the answer. From little things, big things go. And I think if you're wondering, I think when it comes to your quote, I'm not editing these videos very much, if you can't tell, or at all, if I can get away with it. So I'm just keeping in all the crap. From your question where you say, you always seem to have a plan. I think it seems that way because I always have something I'm executing that takes a little more preparation to execute. Therefore, the assumption is I'm constantly planning things to execute. I think the reality is more closely aligned with the idea that I'm constantly gathering seeds. A lot of them turn into nothing. Some of them will grow a little bit and then just won't come to fruition. But I think the key thing is just being willing to just grab things wherever you find them. Grab inspiration, grab ideas, grab your seeds, and give them a bit of a water and go away, forget about them, do other things, blah, blah, blah. And every now and then you'll look back and you'll be like, hey, that's got a few leaves on that. I might pay more attention to that. Some of those will be turn into nice little bushes, and some of them will turn into lovely, expansive, deciduous oak trees. I don't know why I'm talking like this now. So it seems like I'm a few steps ahead, but I think it's just because from a long time back, the seeds sort of start moving, and that sort of they sort of move themselves as long as you're willing to pay attention to a lot of things over time. And then when it comes time to make something happen, you give it all of your attention and love and creativity. And then it comes to fruition. Anyways, I hope that answers your question. That was a really cool question. Thank you for watching. And hey, everyone, big thing coming soon. Not long now. Put your guesses in the comments. Can't wait to see what you think. You're probably wrong, but it's big. Probably the biggest thing I've ever done. And it came from a seed. Wait till you see the big deciduous oak tree. I'll see you guys later.